Before you eat, what can you do to be in a parasympathetic state? So, just like sympathetic turns off digestion, parasympathetic upregulates digestion. So one way to do that is think about your vision. So your vision, just like your chest is tied to the sympathetic state, your vision is tied to it as well. So if you're concentrated, like your gaze is fixed, you tend to be in more of a sympathetic state. Whereas if you're using your peripheral vision, you're in more parasympathetic state. I learned this the first time I wore a CGM because I realized my blood sugars were going really high when I was driving. And I realized, oh, it's my vision. I'm like highly engaged. I'm like looking at the road. I'm really fixated. So that kind of makes sense. So what that means when you're eating is you shouldn't be staring at a phone, staring at TV, especially not the news, which is already stressful as is. You should be using your peripheral vision. So AKA like eating with people and kind of looking around, talking to them. That's a much more parasympathetic state. You could just do a couple belly breaths, even 3 to 5 belly breaths right before having your meal. That's enough to trigger the parasympathetic system. You could meditate. I would definitely do it. In fact, if you're religious and you pray before a meal, that's probably helpful too, because prayer is kind of a state of meditation, and that will trigger your parasympathetic nervous system as well.